Functions in Power Query. In last video, we have understood the basic concept of list, record and table. Now, in this video, we are going to learn the basic concept of functions. How to build functions. We will going to build some custom functions in this video. Now, let's begin. Here I am going to start my Excel file, and again I am going to launch my Power Query. So to launch your Power Query, you need to go to Data tab, Get Data, Launch Power Query Editor. Now this will launch a blank Power Query Editor, and you can see the blank Power Query Editor has loaded. Now what you need to do, just click on New Source, Other Source and Blank Query. Now we will going to write functions here in the advanced editor. Now I am simply writing a multiplication function. So what I'm going to do, I am going to write a function which is going to multiply 2 from 8. So how we can write a function in Power Query? Let's say I am giving this name multiplication. So I am building some custom function in Power Query and my function name is multiplication. Now this is your function name. Now you need to give arguments of that function. So in my example, I have two arguments, first number and the second number. First number is number 2 and second number is number 8. So let's say here is x and here is y. So here we would have two numbers x and y. Now whenever you are referring any function in Power Query, what you need to do, you need to put firstly your function name, then equal sign. Now what you need to do, you need to put parentheses in your argument. Now put equal sign and greater sign. So this will build a custom function. Now what calculation you want, here is the name, now arguments, now calculation, x multiply and y. This I want. So whenever I would put x as 2, y as 8, so what is going to do here, x multiply by 8, x multiply by y, 2 multiply by 8, 16 would be the answer. So here I have built some custom function. Now I want value. Now equal, my function name is multiplication. Here it is. Now if you will put parentheses over here, and you can see up front here we have two arguments, x and y. So x is your first number, let's say 2, comma, y is your second number 8. Close the parentheses. Now what you need to do, you need to put the last one, value, because I want to check the value of this value variable value. Click done and see the answer is 16. So this is the procedure to build the function. Now if I'm going to open my template, you can see simply a function is basically in parentheses. You need to give the parameters or arguments in the parentheses, and then you need to followed by the goes to symbol. Here we can this symbol is also called as goes to symbol, equal to, greater than symbol. Now this is how we write generally how we write a function in your Power Query. Now let's say again I'm opening my advanced editor. Let's say this time I am writing multiplication once again. Now what I'm going to do, I am going to put 3 argument this time, x comma y, sorry, x comma y comma z. Now what I want z is optional, means I have 3 arguments in my function x, y, z. Now what I want z as optional. So what I'm doing, I'm trying to put an optional word in front of z. So now z is optional. Now you need to write a if statement here. If statement means like a if function in MS Excel. So if function has 2 arguments, value of true and value of false. So I'm writing if z is equal to null. Okay, null means blank. If your z would be blank, then what will happen? If your z would equal to blank, x multiply by y, only the two argument would multiply, else all the three argument would be multiplied. Now put comma. Now if I will put value, once again value and multiplication, you will see the function is not saving here because we have not followed the rule of function. Parentheses and goes to symbol we have not put here, goes to. Now you can see now function has created, simply put multiplication, and this is the function in Power Query. Open the parentheses. Now this time we have three arguments, x comma y comma z. Let's say I am putting all three arguments, 1 comma 2 comma 3. Close the parentheses and done. So here it is, 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, answer is 6. If I'm going to open my advanced editor once again, and let's say I am removing this 3, now this time x comma x multiplied by y, and answer is 2. So this is how you can build your optional parameters in function. Now if I am going to talk about Microsoft website, so what Microsoft website says, Microsoft website say same thing which I have told to you. Now if I'm going to further talk about function, so simply what we can do, we can simplify our declaration. Let's say this time I am making a very simple calculation. Let's say in the multiplication, what I want, I don't want two arguments, I want one argument, let's say a, only the one argument. Again the golden rule is goes to symbol. Now what I want, whenever is the a, whenever I will enter this a, then whatever would be the a multiply by 100, comma values. Now the value would be, now you can see function is here, open parentheses. Now here we have only one argument. Let's say I am entering 10 here, and let's say I am clicking done. So it will show me I have done some mistake. Let me check. Here it is. Now we have not put values. Done. And you will see here we have 1000. Now if we will simplify this function, so what simplified says, we can simply, we don't need to give this kind of names x, y, z, a, b, c. So what we can do, we can put underscore also. So if instead of this alphabets I am putting underscore, so this is the alternate method to create your arguments, and click done, and you will see the answer is still coming. Even if you want to simplify it further, what you can do, you can remove this whole thing is equal to each function in Power Query. So what you can do, you can simply remove this and put each here, and you can see done, still answer is same. So each means whatever is the value you are going to enter here, it will multiply by 10. So if we will have 10 values, then what is it is going to do, it is going to multiply every single value by 10. So that's how each is working in Power Query. Now if I'm going to talk about Microsoft website, so it says the same thing. So what I have done, I have extracted the content of Microsoft website and just made the glimpse of the code editor. Now I'm going to talk about recursive function. Now let's see, I'm closing and loading my Power Query. Now what I want to calculate a factorial of, let's say, number 10. So whenever I'm talking about factorial of 10, so means what I need to do, I need to multiply 10, multiply 9, then multiply by 8. I need to multiply till 1. So what I can do, I can simply enter here like this: 8 multiply by 7, multiply by 6, multiply by 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now the answer is this one. So this thing we call as factorial. Now why is the recursion over here? Whenever I'm talking about recursion means looping. Everything is looping, means if I am going to and let's say enter number 12, so what is going to do, it is going to multiply 1 into 2, then the result would be 6, then it is going to multiply that result, multiply by 3. So it need to do it till 12. So this is how the number is looping. So that's how recursion function came into picture. Now how we can write this kind of recursion function in Power Query? If I'm going to talk about Power Query, so we need to load Power Query once again, launch Power Query editor. So you can see your query list over here, query 2. Here we were working. Now simply click on Home tab, Advanced Editor. Here I am going to write my recursion function, and let's say again I am simply writing it as now factorial. Now how we will calculate the factorial? Let's say I am take the factorial of x. X means number 10, 12, 15, 20, whatever would be the x. Here is the function. Now we need to build a recursion function here. So I am putting an if statement here. If x is less than 0, if someone will enter x is less than 0, then what I want, let's say you can enter 0, whatever you want. I want, let's say 1. Otherwise what you want, otherwise I want multiplication of x, means number 10 multiply by, or we can say it as x minus 1. So 10 multiply by 9. Now let's say let's check whether the recursion is happening or not. So I am simply writing values, or let's say here factorial, or enter x. Now it is asking me token expected because we have entered the second line, we have not put the comma. If you will not put the comma, then the both line would be treated as one line. So comma, done, and you will see x is not recognized. Let me check what is happening over here. We have entered mistakenly x here. We need to enter number. So here we need to enter number 10. Click done, and you can see this time it is giving me number 90, but the recursion is not 90. We need to multiply 10, 9, 8, 7. So it is not 90. What it is doing, it is simply multiplying 10 multiplied by 9. So that is not the correct answer. What I can do, let's say if I am putting the factorial here, so factorial means this whole thing. Let's say if I am writing a factorial here. Now let's check whether it is working or not. So what we have done, we have made some recursion. So whatever is the factorial, it will multiply by x. So 10 multiply by factorial. Factorial means this thing. Again it is going to take the number next with the next number. Again the same procedure. Click done. Now see, whenever I am writing a factorial directly, it is not working at all in your Power Query. So here, whenever I'm talking about recursion, what you need to do, you need to enter an operator to fetch this kind of function. What is the operator is @ the rate. If you will put @ the rate, so what it is going to do, it is going to take the function here. So now recursion has built over here. Now click done, and I think we have done some mistake. So what we have done over here, we have written this 0 wrongly. We need to put 1, because what it is going to do, it is going to multiply everything by 0 also. So now I need to put 1 here and done. And here is the recursion. So now we can simply close and load, and your query has been loaded. Over here you can see. Now if I'm going to talk about recursive function, so we generally Microsoft website says about the @ operator, and this we also called as @identifier. So @identifier is helpful in recursive function only. So this is the function basics. See you in the next video. Till then, you can subscribe to the channel.